What's going on, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? My name is Sarlin, and we are about to do the RWBY Marathon. I'm pretty stoked for this. I reacted to the actual RWBY trailers. I really liked them. The way I'm going to set this whole segment up is I'm going to edit out the intro and outros, which you guys won't get to see. It's just I'm going to have to go back and edit those out. Because those usually lead to a copyright strike, which is not something I want to deal with. So, yeah, you're going to have to deal without the intros and outros. However, I will add in my comments on, like, a specific intro or outro that I liked. You know, they seem to have really good soundtracks for this series, so I'm pretty sure there's probably going to be some really good ones, because I've already heard good ones, and so, yeah. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into this. Also, I'd like to throw a shout out to someone in my comments, Indigo Leader. I am following his list that he made. I'm very interested to get to see the characters in the story. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. Woo!
Legends. Stories scattered through time. Mankind has grown quite fond of recounting the exploits of heroes and villains, forgetting so easily that we are remnants, byproducts of a forgotten past. Man, born from dust, was strong, wise, and resourceful, but he was born into an unforgiving world. An inevitable darkness, creatures of destruction, the creatures of Grimm, set their sights on man and all of his creations. These forces clashed, and it seemed the darkness was intent on returning man's brief existence to the void. However, even the smallest spark of hope is enough to ignite change. And in time, man's passion, resourcefulness, and ingenuity led them to the tools that would help even the odds. This power was appropriately named Dust. Nature's wrath in hand, man lit their way through the darkness. And in the shadow's absence came strength, civilization, and most importantly, life. But even the most brilliant lights eventually flicker and die. And when they are gone, darkness will return.
I like that intro. It's very well thought out.
So you may prepare your guardians. Build your monuments to a so-called free world. But take heed. There will be no victory in strength.
But perhaps victory is in the simpler things that you've long forgotten. Things that require a smaller, more honest soul.
Do you have any idea how hard it is to find a dust shop open this late?
Please, just take my lien and leave.
Shh. Calm down. We're not here for your money. Grab the dust.
Crystals. Burnt, uncut. All right, kid. Put your hands where I can see them. Hey, I said hands in the air.
I like the music she's listening to.
Something?
Yes?
I said, put your hands in the air, now.
Are you robbing me?
Yes.
Oh.
Hey.
I love that song.
Okay.
Really starting to get to me. I'm gonna have to add it to my
Get her.
soundtrack. I really like how she uses the actual gunshot as a repulsion to go the opposite direction.
Well, Red, I think we can all say it's been an eventful evening. And as much as I'd love to stick around, I'm afraid this is where we part ways.
You okay if I go after him? Hey!
Persistent.
End of the line, Red! We got a huntress!
Nice. Woo! She looks awesome.
You're a huntress.
Can I have your autograph? I hope you realize that your actions tonight will not be taken lightly, young lady. You put yourself and others in great danger.
They started it!
If it were up to me, you'd be sent home with a pat on the back and a slap on the wrist. But there is someone here who would like to meet you.
Ruby Rose. You have silver eyes. So, where did you learn to do this?
Signal Academy?
They taught you to use one of the most dangerous weapons ever designed?
Well, one teacher in particular.
I see. It's just that I've only seen one other scythe wielder.
I don't think I've seen anyone eat cookies that quickly.
Dusty old crow.
Besides Luffy.
That's my uncle. Sorry. That's my Uncle Crow. He's a teacher at Signal. I was complete garbage before he took me under his wing, and now I'm all
Maybe
like...
Toriko. Goku.
So I've noticed. And what is an adorable girl such as yourself doing at a school designed to train warriors?
Well, I want to be a huntress.
You want to slay monsters?
Yeah. I only have 2 more years of training left at Signal, and then I'm going to apply to Beacon. See, my sister's starting there this year, and she's trying to become a huntress, and I'm trying to become a huntress because I want to help people. And my parents always taught us to help others, so I thought, I might as well make a career out of it. I mean, the police are alright, but huntsmen and huntresses are just so much more romantic and exciting and cool, just, you know?
Do you know who I am?
You're Professor Ozpin. You're the headmaster at Beacon.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
You want to come to my school?
More than anything.
Well, okay.
Oh, I can't believe my baby sister's going to Beacon with me. This is the best day ever! Please stop. But I'm so Really, sis, it was nothing.
What do you mean? It was incredible! Everyone at Beacon is gonna think you're the bee's knees.
I don't want to be the bee's knees, okay? I don't want to be any kind of knees. I just want to be a normal girl with normal knees.
What's with you? Aren't you excited?
Of course I'm excited. I got moved ahead 2 years. I don't want people to think I'm special or anything.
But you are special.
The robbery was led by nefarious criminal Roman Torchwick, who continues to evade authorities. If you have any information on his whereabouts, please contact the Vale Police Department. Back to you, Lisa.
Thank you, Cyril. In other news, this Saturday's Fauna civil rights protest turned dark when members of the White Fang disrupted the ceremony. The once peaceful organization has now disrupted...
The White Fang.
Hello and welcome to Beacon.
Who's that?
My name is Glinda Goodwitch.
Oh,
You are among a privileged few who have received the honor of being selected to attend this prestigious academy. Our world is experiencing an incredible time of peace, and as future huntsmen and huntresses, it is your duty to uphold it. You have demonstrated the courage needed for such a task, and now it is our turn to provide you with the knowledge and the training to protect our world.
Look! You can see signal from up here. I guess home isn't too far after all.
Beacon's our home now. Well, I guess the view isn't for everyone.
It was a nice moment while it lasted.
Air sickness.
I wonder who we're gonna meet.
I just hope they're better than Vomit Boy. Oh, yay! Gross! You have puke on your shoe!
Gross. Get
Get away! Get away from me! Get away from me! Get away from me! Get away from me!
Okay, so that was the end of episode 1. I am going to be skipping to episode 2. From here on out, if you see a skip, it's just me going on to the next episode, so just be prepared for that. I just wanted to remind you guys on that one. I really love that song, man. The song at the end of this, and it was in one of the other ones. Was it in? I can't think of it. I'm gonna have to get and sit down and just go through the soundtrack after going through the series. Some of these songs are really good. So, I'm going to watch the whole series first, and then I might try and pick out my favorite songs. Assuming that there are a bunch to go from. But I really like this one right now that I keep hearing. This is the one that you've been waiting for as part of the main lyrics for it. Oh, it's such a great song. Okay, on to episode 2. Always has to have one person puking. It's always got to be somebody.
The view from Vale's got nothing on this.
Sis! That kid's got a collapsible staff! She's got a fire sword! Ow, ow!
Easy there, little sister. They're just weapons.
Just weapons? They're an extension of ourselves. They're a part of us. Oh, they're so cool.
Well, why can't you swing over your own weapon? Aren't you happy with it?
Of course I'm happy with Crescent Rose. I just really like seeing new ones. It's like meeting new people, but better.
Ruby, come on. Why don't you go try and make some friends of your own?
But why would I need friends when I have you?
Well, actually, my friends are here now. Gotta go catch up. Pincy and
Wait, where are you going?
Yep.
Are we supposed to go to our dorms? Where are our dorms? Do we have dorms? I don't know what I'm doing.
I really like Ruby.
What are you doing? Sorry. Sorry? Do you have any idea of the damage you could have caused? Give me that. This is dust, mined and purified from the Schnee Quarry. What are you, brain dead? Dust, fire, water, lightning, energy. Are you even listening to me? Is any of this sinking in? What do you have to say for yourself?
exactly the kind of thing I was talking about. I'm really, really sorry. You complete dolt! What are you even doing here? Aren't you a little young to be attending Beacon?
Well,
This isn't your ordinary combat school. It's not just sparring and practice, you know. We're here to fight monsters, so watch where you're going!
Hey,
She's
I
lovable.
said I was sorry, princess. It's Eris, actually. Weiss Shani, heiress to the Shani Dust Company, one of the largest producers of energy propellant in the world.
Finally, some recognition.
This same company, infamous for its controversial labor forces and questionable business partners.
What? How dare! The nerve of... I promise I'll make this up to you!
I guess I'm not the only one having a rough first day.
So, what's...
Her eye color, like, yeah,
Welcome to Beacon.
really like that eye color
Hey,
with the black hair.
I'm Jean.
RWBY.
Aren't you the guy that threw up on the ship?
All I'm saying is that motion sickness is a much more common problem than people let on.
Look, I'm sorry. Vomit Boy was the first thing that came to mind.
Oh, yeah? What if I called you Crater Face?
Hey, that explosion was an accident.
Well, the name's Jean Arc. Short, sweet, rolls off the tongue. Ladies love it.
Do they?
They will. Well, I hope they will. I mean, my mom always says that. Never mind.
So, I got this thing.
Whoa! Is that a scythe?
It's also a customizable, high-impact sniper rifle.
A what?
It's also a gun.
Oh. That's cool.
So what do you got?
Oh,
I got this sword.
Yeah, I've got a shield, too.
I didn't think he'd actually say that.
Whoa, that's the shield gets smaller. So, when I get tired of carrying it, I can just...
I feel like he got the short end of the stick.
Wouldn't it weigh the same?
Yeah, it does.
Well, I'm kind of a dork when it comes to weapons. I guess I did go a little overboard in designing it.
Wait, you made that?
Of course! All students at Signal forge their own weapons. Didn't you make yours?
It's a hand-me-down. My great-great-grandfather used it to fight in the war.
Sounds more like a family heirloom to me. Well, I like it. Not many people have an appreciation for the classics these days.
Yeah, the classics.
So why'd you help me out back there, in the courtyard?
Why not? My mom always says, strangers are just friends you haven't met yet.
Hey, where are we going?
Oh, I don't know. I was following you. You think there might be a directory? Maybe a food court? Some sort of recognizable landmark? Is that a no?
That's a no.
So that was the end of episode 2. The only reason I mentioned it didn't skip was because that there was a new outro song. It was only a few seconds long, but it didn't sound bad. I just wish there was more to it. Might be more in the upcoming episodes for that. We'll see. Anyways, on to episode 3.
RWBY, over here! I saved you a spot!
Oh, hey, I gotta go. I'll see you after the ceremony.
Hey, wait! Ah, great. Where am I supposed to find another nice, quirky girl to talk to?
How's your first day going, little sister? You mean since you ditched me and I exploded? Yikes, meltdown already?
No, I literally exploded a hole in front of the school. And there was some fire, and I think some ice.
Are you being sarcastic?
I wish! I tripped over some crabby girl's luggage, and then she yelled at me. And then I sneezed, and then I exploded, and then she yelled again. And I felt really, really bad, and I just wanted her to stop yelling at me.
Yep.
You! Oh god, it's happening again! You're lucky we weren't blown off the side of the cliff.
Oh my god, you really exploded.
It was an accident!
It was an accident!
What's this?
The Schnee Dust Company is not responsible for any injuries or damages sustained while operating a Schnee Dust Company product. Although not mandatory, the Schnee family highly encourages their customers to read and familiarize themselves with
she's
easy
one of
products
those.
application and practice in the field.
You really want to start making things up to me?
Absolutely.
Read this and don't ever speak to me again.
Look, it sounds like you two just got off on the wrong foot. Why don't you start over and try to be friends, okay?
Yeah, great idea, sis. Hello, Weiss. I'm
Nope.
Ruby. Want to hang out? We could go shopping for school supplies. Yeah, and we can paint our nails and try on clothes and talk about cute boys like tall, blonde, and scraggly over there.
Hmm?
Well, really? No.
Yeah.
I'll keep this brief. You have traveled here today in search of knowledge, to hone your craft and acquire new skills. And when you have finished, you plan to dedicate your life to the protection of the people. But I look amongst you, and all I see is wasted energy, in need of purpose, direction. You assume knowledge will free you of this, but your time at this school will prove that knowledge can only carry you so far. It is up to you to take the first step.
You will gather in the ballroom tonight. Tomorrow, your initiation begins. Be ready. You are dismissed.
He seemed kind of off.
It's almost like he wasn't even there.
I'm a natural blonde, you know.
I'm liking the characters so far.
It's like a
really well done.
slumber party.
I don't think Dad would approve of all the
That's
boys,
rare
though.
for me.
I know I do. What's that?
A letter to the gang back at Signal. I promised to tell them all about Beacon and how things are going.
Aw, that's so cute!
Shut up! I didn't get to take my friends with me to school. It's weird not knowing anyone here.
What about John? He's nice. There you go. +1 friend. That's a 100% increase.
Pretty sure Weiss counts as a negative friend. Back to 0.
There's no such thing as negative friends. You just made 1 friend and 1 enemy. Look, it's only been 1 day. Trust me, you've got friends all around you. You just haven't met them yet.
That girl.
You know her?
Not really. She saw what happened this morning, but left before I could say anything.
Well, now's your chance.
Well, wait! What are you doing?
Hello! I believe you two may know each other.
Aren't you that girl that exploded?
Yeah. My name's Ruby. But you can just call me Crater. Actually, you can just call me Ruby.
Okay.
What are you doing? I don't know. Help me.
So, what's your name?
She looks
Blake.
Well,
looks
Blake,
really
I'm
cool.
Yang, Ruby's older
I like
sister.
her look out of
I like your
all
bow.
of them so far.
Thanks.
It goes great with your pajamas.
Right.
She's got like a mystique about her.
Nice night, don't you think?
Yes, it's lovely. Almost as lovely as this book. That I will continue to read. As soon as you leave.
Yeah, this girl's a lost cause.
What's it about?
Huh?
Your book. Does it have a name?
Well, it's about a man with 2 souls, each fighting for control over his body.
Oh yeah, that's real lovely.
I love books. Yang used to read me every night before bed. Stories of heroes and monsters. They're one of the reasons I want to be a huntress.
Why is that? Hoping you'll live happily ever after?
Well, I'm hoping we all will. As a girl, I wanted to be just like those heroes in the books. As someone who fought for what was right and who protected people who couldn't protect themselves.
That's very ambitious for a child. Unfortunately, the real world isn't the same as a fairy tale.
Well, that's why we're here. To make it better.
Oh, I'm so proud of my baby sister.
Cut it out!
Well, Ruby Yang, it's a
What in
pleasure
the
to...
world is going on over here? Don't you realize some of us are trying to sleep? Oh, not you again!
Guys, she's right. People are trying to sleep.
Oh, now you're on my side.
I was always on your side.
Yeah, what's your problem with my sister? She's only trying to be nice.
She's a hazard to my health.
Alright, that was the end of that episode. I decided just to do like my little outro monologue myself for each episode. That was a good episode. I'm liking the character development so far. I didn't think I was gonna like Ruby. Like, she was like going to be my second favorite character based on the trailers that I watched. But I really like her character so far. I like her a lot more than I thought I was going to. So that's interesting to see. she's definitely got that that heroism type childlike thing. This is like the typical setup that you would see for an anime involving superheroes and villains, or something with magical or supernatural type abilities, or anything like that. That's usually how this is set up. So this is a pretty common thing to see in an anime. But the characters and even the voice actors are really well done. Like, I'm really impressed that this is actually done by actual English voice actors. Like, very impressed so far. Because I'm usually more of a sub guy than an English dub guy. But yeah, this is pretty nice.
Wake up, lazy bud! It's morning, it's morning, it's morning, it's morning! I can't believe we've been at Beacon for a full 24 hours. Not that I thought we'd get kicked out or anything. I mean, you're the perfect student and I'm me. But it's just crazy, you know? We've been friends for so long. What are the odds we'd still be together? Well, not together. Not that I'm not saying you're not handsome. You are handsome, but that'd just be weird, right? Right. What was I thinking? But still, I hope we end up on the same team together. Ooh, we should come up with some sort of plan to make sure we end up on the same team together. What if we bribe that master? No, that won't work. He has a school. I know! We'll have some sort of signal, like a distress signal. A secret signal, so we can find each other in the forest. Can you imitate a sloth?
Nora,
Yes, Ren?
I don't think sloths make a lot of noise.
That's why it's perfect! No one will suspect we're working together.
Come on, Nora. Let's go.
But not together. Wonder what those two are so worked up about.
Oh, who knows? So, you seem awfully chipper this morning.
Yep. No more awkward small talk or getting to know you stuff. Today, I get to let my sweetheart do the talking.
Well, remember, Ruby, you're not the only one going through initiation. If you want to grow up, you're going to have to meet new people and learn to work together.
You sound like Dad. Okay, first of all, what does meeting people have to do with fighting? And secondly, I don't need people to help me grow up. I drink milk.
But what about when we form teams?
I don't know. I'll just be on your team or something.
Maybe you should try being on someone else's team.
My dearest sister Yang, are you implying that you do not wish to be on the same team as me?
What? No, of course I do. I just thought, I don't know, maybe it would help you break out of your shell.
What the? I don't need to break out of my shell. That's absolutely
ridiculous. There's no way I put my gear in locker 636 yesterday. I would have remembered having to count that high. Why does this have to happen today?
So, Pyrrha, have you given any thought to whose team you would like to be on? I'm sure everyone must be eager to unite with such a strong, well-known individual such as yourself.
I'm not quite sure. I was planning on letting the chips fall where they may.
Well, I was thinking maybe we could be on a team together.
Well, that sounds grand.
Great! This will be perfect. The smartest girl in class combined with the strongest girl in class. Together we will be unstoppable. I can see it now. We'll be popular. We'll be celebrities. We'll get perfect grades. Nothing could come between us now.
You know what else is great? Me, Jean-Arc. Nice to meet you.
You again?
Nice to meet you, Jean.
Yeah. So, Weiss, couldn't help but overhear your fondness of me the other day.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Don't worry, no need to be embarrassed. So, been hearing rumors about teams. I was thinking you and me would make a good one. What do you say?
Actually, I think the teams are comprised of 4 students each, so...
You don't say. Well, hot stuff. Play your cards right, and maybe you could join up with the winning team.
Jean, is it... Do you have any idea who you were talking to?
Not the slightest, Snow Angel.
This is Pyrrha.
Hello again.
Pyrrha graduated top of her class at Sanctum.
Never heard of it.
She's won the Mistral Regional Tournaments 4 years in a row. A new record.
The what?
She's on the front of every Pumpkin Pete's Marshmallow Flakes box.
That's you? They only do that for star athletes and cartoon characters.
Yeah. It was pretty cool. Sadly, the cereal isn't very good for you.
So, after hearing all of this, do you really think you're in a position to ask her to be on your team?
I guess not. Sorry.
Actually, Jean, I think you'd make a great leader.
Oh, stop it.
Seriously, please stop it. This kind of behavior should not be encouraged.
Sounds like Pierre's on board for Team Jean. Spots are filling up quick. Now, I'm not supposed to do this, but maybe I could pull some strings. Find a place for you. What do you say?
All right, that's a bit too close. Pyrrha, a little help, please?
I'm sorry.
Would all first-year students please report to Beacon Cliff for initiation.
I like John
Again,
so
all
far.
first-year students report to Beacon Cliff immediately.
It was nice meeting you.
Likewise.
He adds
Having
to
some
the
trouble there, Lady
comedy
Killer?
very
I
well.
don't understand. My dad said all women look for is confidence. Where did I go wrong?
Snow Angel probably wasn't the best start.
Come on, John. Let's go.
For years, you have trained to become warriors, and today your abilities will be evaluated in the Emerald Forest.
Now, I'm sure many of you have heard rumors about the assignment of teams. Well, allow us to put an end to your confusion. Each of you will be given teammates. Today.
What?
These teammates will be with you for the rest of your time here at Beacon, so it is in your best interest to be paired with someone with whom you can work well. That being said, the first person you make eye contact with after landing will be your partner for the next 4 years.
See? I told you.
After you've partnered up, make your way to the northern end of the forest. You will meet opposition along the way. Do not hesitate to destroy everything in your path, or you will die. You will be monitored and graded for the duration of your initiation, but our instructors will not intervene. You will find an abandoned temple at the end of the path containing several relics. Each pair must choose one and return to the top of the cliff. We will guard that item, as well as your standing, and grade you appropriately. Are there any questions?
Yeah, sir?
Good. Now, take your positions.
Sir, I've got, a question. So, this landing strategy thing, what is it? You're, like, dropping us off or something?
No. You will be falling.
Oh, I see. So, like, did you hand out parachutes for us?
No. You will be using your own landing strategy.
Yeah. So, what
Yang.
exactly is a landing strategy?
Alright, so that was the end of that episode. That was pretty funny. I really like John. He really adds to the comedic aspect of the story. Really cool. So let's go ahead and get into the next episode. Oh, nice. I like that.
Nailed it.
Yes, you did.
I'm sorry.
Gotta find Yang. Gotta find Yang, gotta find Yang, gotta find Yang! Oh, this is bad, this is really bad. Oh, what if I can't find her? What if someone finds her first? Oh, there's always Jean. He's nice. He's funny. I don't think he's very good in a fight, though.
Mm-mm.
What about Blake? So mysterious, so calm. Plus, she likes books. Well, then again, I'm not sure I'd be able to hold a conversation with her. Ugh. Okay, who else do I know in this school? There's Yang, John, Blake, and...
Uh-oh. That's always how that works. I don't care what story you're trying to go with, this always ends like this.
We're supposed to be teammates.
You start off as rivals and then end up as friends.
By no means does this make us friends.
You came back! Hey, wait! Come back! Who's gonna get me down from here?
Jean? Do you have any spots left on your team?
Very funny.
What's the hurry? I will not let my mission be delayed because you're too slow. I swear if I get a bad grade because of your... What the...
I'm not slow, see? You don't have to worry about me. Weiss, just because I don't exactly know how to deal with people doesn't mean I don't know how to deal with monsters. You're about to see a whole different side of me today, Weiss. And after it's all over, you're gonna be like, wow, that Ruby girl is really, really cool. And I want to be your friend.
You may be fast, but you still excel at wasting time.
Weiss is a little high-strung for me. But her character fits very well in the story. So, that was the end of that episode. Go figure that Weiss and Ruby ended up together as partners. I'm not surprised by that, as I said earlier. Pretty typical for situations like that to happen. Usually the two people that have problems with one another are the ones that get stuck together, especially in anime. So, yeah, it's always a really good combination, though. So, I'm not surprised. Let's go ahead and get into episode 6.
Hello? Is anyone out there? Hello? I'm getting bored here. Is someone there? Ruby, is that you? Nope. You guys wouldn't happen to have seen a girl in a red hood, would you? You could just say no. Jeez, you two couldn't hit the broadside of a...
Uh-oh.
You.
Uh-oh. She's... okay.
You monster!
Never touch a girl's hair.
What? You want some too?
She's really got some Saiyan tendencies. Passive aggressive until the fight breaks out.
Remember your training, Weiss. Head up, shoulders back, right foot forward. Not that forward. Slow your breathing, wait for the right time to strike, and... now! Gotcha!
Hey,
act out of turn. I could have killed you.
No teamwork
Try
yet.
a lot harder than that. We have to go.
What was that? That should have been easy.
Well, perhaps if you had exercised even the slightest amount of caution with the placement of your strikes, I wouldn't have set the forest on fire.
What's that supposed to mean?
I'm just surprised that someone that talks so much would communicate so little during an encounter.
Well, I'm sorry that you need my help to win a fight. I'm just fine on my own.
Well, congratulations on being the strongest child to sneak your way into Beacon. Bravo.
So who'd Blake end up with then?
Did you hear that?
Gunfire. It seems some of our comrades have encountered the enemy. Jean, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Just a scratch.
Why didn't you activate your aura?
Huh?
Your aura.
Gesundheit.
John, do you know what aura is?
Of course I do. Do you know what aura is?
Aura is the manifestation of our soul. It bears our burdens and shields our hearts. Have you ever felt like you were being watched without knowing that someone was there?
Yeah.
With practice, our aura can be our shield. Everyone has it, even animals.
What about monsters?
No, the monsters we fight lack a soul. They are creatures of grim. The manifestation of anonymity. They are the darkness, and we are the light.
Right. That's why we fight them.
It's not about why. It's about knowing. Understanding both dark and light helps us manifest our aura. Everyone has some of both. By bearing your soul outward as a force, you can deflect harm. All of our tools and equipment are conduits for aura. You project yourself and your soul when fighting.
No! It's like a force field!
Yes, if you want to look at it that way.
Ooh, nice!
Now, close your eyes and concentrate.
Okay.
For it is in passing that we achieve immortality. Through this, we become a paragon of virtue and glory to rise above all, infinite in distance and unbound by death. I release your soul, and by my shoulder protect thee.
Pyrrha?
It's all right. I used my aura to unlock yours, but the energy that protects you now is your own.
Alright.
You have a lot of it.
So the aura has a healing factor as well?
I still don't think that's what a sloth sounds like.
So that was the end of that episode. It was cool to see John learn about auras. It's actually cool to learn about that in general. I can compare that to several different anime, so that's interesting. And the transference of being able to send your aura into another person, that kind of reminds me of Hunter x Hunter, involving that to bring out your nen and stuff. So that's interesting. Yeah, before we get into the next episode, I forgot to follow the list. I got so blinded by the story and the characters, specifically with Ruby. I was shocked that I liked her character so early on into episode 1 that I completely forgot to watch Dust, Kingdom, Grimm, and Aura for World of Remnant. So I'm going to skip to that real quick. They're just shorts from what I saw. They're just a couple minutes long per one. I'm going to do those, and then I will get back into episode 7. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so it's in order from Dust, Kingdoms, Grimm, and Aura. So let's go ahead and get into this. World of Remnant. Dust. Alright.
Dust. By definition, it is a naturally occurring energy propellant that can be triggered by the aura of humans and faunas. But in reality, it is much, much more. Found in 4 basic forms, dust can be combined, both artificially and naturally, to form new, stronger types, each with unique properties.
Alright.
Since its discovery, man has concocted a multitude of ways in which to harness the powers of these mysterious crystals. From airships to androids, dust has made its way into practically every facet of technology. Some prefer to use dust in its raw form, elegant yet destructive. Those who choose to wield dust in this state must possess a certain level of discipline to ensure that their resulting powers do not break free from their control. Dust ammunition serves as a more practical application in today's modern society. With the technological advancements in weapon design, warriors need simply choose the right cartridge for the job and pull the trigger. While this has become the standard method of use, it is not uncommon to find individuals still practicing more archaic forms of dust manipulation, such as weaving it into clothing, or even fusing it directly with their own bodies.
Alright.
Despite working, fighting, and even turning a profit with it, humanity has still yet to understand how dust came to be. And more importantly, how their involvement with dust will ultimately change the world of Remnant.
Alright, so this is World of Remnant Kingdoms. Okay. The Dust one was pretty interesting. I wish I would have watched that back when it was recommended for me to watch that. Dust makes more sense now, but I kind of gathered that from playing a bunch of different games. You could consider Dust to the equivalence of Essence for pretty much every type of thing out there. So it's interesting. I did like the backstory on that. It was needed for me, but I get it though. I get the gist. So let's see what Kingdoms is.
The world of Remnant is a dangerous place, particularly for man. In the countless years that humanity has roamed the planet, civilizations have grown and fallen, but 4 have withstood the test of time: Atlas, Mistral, Vacuo, Vale. These 4 kingdoms, with the help of natural barriers and human tenacity, have proven that they have the will to survive. Each kingdom has a governing council to represent the people and their needs. Next comes the military. While most kingdoms only call on its citizens to serve when needed, others find it important to be prepared. There are still those who choose to venture outside the walls of the kingdoms. Roaming nomads and small villages are not uncommon, yet neither is their tendency to disappear overnight. Lastly, the Huntsman Academies. These institutions' sole purpose is to train the next generation of huntsmen. The next generation of defenders that will live and die to protect the lifestyle that they've become so accustomed to. Yes, the world of Remnant is indeed a dangerous place, but the 4 kingdoms stand as beacons of hope. as safe havens from the darkness that surrounds them. They are the key to mankind's survival, as long as they stand united.
Nice. I like the edit for that. The sizzle out for the light. So that was an interesting backstory for the kingdoms. So we're focusing on 4 different places that are still active in the area of the kingdoms, and then the outside is kind of like a mystery, or at least for me for right now. It was a nice backstory for that. I really like the animation style for this, for the way for them going in explanation. It's kind of like a picture book, if you will. I really like it. Narration's good. The story's good. I really like this. Like, this is really well done. I really feel the writing. Like, the writer, damn, like, really good. Okay. So this is Grim. So far, much praise. Love the characters, love the story so far.
The creatures of Grim. A ravenous, destructive force that covers the majority of Remnant. While often referred to simply as Grim in the common vernacular, these beings serve as the greatest foe to mankind. For as long as humanity can recall walking the surface of Remnant, so do they remember this wicked force. Many ancient cultures believed the creatures of Grim to be animals possessed by evil spirits, or perhaps the spirits of tortured animals themselves. However, further study, as well as the discovery of newer, more horrific forms of Grim, does not support this hypothesis. With new creatures discovered every day, scientists perpetually find themselves with more questions than answers. While very little is known of their origin, some key facts have been observed in the wild. First and foremost, the Grim exclusively attack humans and their creations. While occasional skirmishes between wildlife and Grim have occurred, these instances appear to be based on territorial provocations rather than a need for sustenance. In fact, the common belief is that the Grim are not obligated to feed. They choose to. What is perhaps even more unsettling is the basis of their attraction.
Like a pack of wolves.
The creatures of Grim are lured towards negative emotion.
Kill if they feel like it.
In the rare instances when villages are capable of defending against
sometimes doing it just for fun,
their survival is not guaranteed, as widespread panic will only lead to more attacks. Little else is known about the creatures of Grim. Keeping them in captivity has proven to be an understandably difficult task, as the creatures tend to either die or kill those who imprisoned them in the first place. To further complicate study, the corpse of a Grim will only remain for a short period of time before completely evaporating. Those who hunt the beasts for sport find this particularly upsetting, but manage to get by with cheap taxidermic recreations and bombastic storytelling. Although the creatures of Grim appear mindless, more delicate observation has proven contradictory. It has been noted that while younger Grim tend to be more reckless, older Grim, who have managed to survive their battles, have the tendency to learn from their experience and will exercise caution in the future. This perverse form of self-preservation allows the creatures to become more effective killers. And in the end, killing is all that matters.
Okay, so Grim was interesting. I like the fact that the Grim have the capacity, as they grow anyways, to potentially learn from the mistakes. They basically have their own consciousness, like a perceptive thought. Like, they have intelligence to make them strong enough to be able to, kill or do much worse, to essentially become stronger. It's really interesting. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into number 4 for this, Aura. And I was wanting a backstory on Aura too. I think I've got a pretty good founding of it now since we're up to episode what was it, 6 going on 7?
Huntsmen are widely regarded as the world's greatest warriors. While skilled in a wide variety of weaponry and hand-to-hand combat, these champions are also masters of a much greater power, aura. Aura is a manifestation of the soul, a life force that runs through every living creature on Remnant, whether they are a meager shopkeep or a renowned knight. However, what sets true warriors apart from all others is their ability to amplify and control their aura. Aura is primarily used as a defensive mechanism, passively coating the wielder in a protective force field. It can protect a combatant from what would normally be a fatal blow.
Very similar to Nen.
It does not, however, make the user invincible. As they receive more and more damage, their aura reserve will deplete. If this happens, all the fighter will be left with is his resolve. Fortunately, when a fight turns gruesome,
Or an energy
a warrior
shield.
can also rely on their aura in a different manner.
Offense.
Semblance
Okay.
is a term used to describe the projection of aura into a more tangible form.
Okay.
For some, this could be the ability to control objects with telekinesis.
Offense.
For others,
okay.
it could mean superhuman strength. The power associated with a wielder's semblance is completely unique.
Interesting.
With enough training and focus, a user's aura can turn them into something much more than just a man.
Mm-hmm. Very similar to Nen from Hunter x Hunter, if you've seen the series. Though I can name a bunch of other anime it's very similar to as well, but that one takes the cake for me. Very similar in aspect to that, because with the different Nen type users in Hunter x Hunter, there was a bunch of different classifications on how you could use Nen to form your own ability. So, yeah, it's interesting. I really like that aspect. It's a really good place to start at with a series with abilities. I like the explanation for it. Very well done. All right, so let's get back into. Okay, pause that. Get back into episode 7. Woo!
Our last pair has been formed, sir. Nora Valkyrie and Lai Ren. Poor boy. I can't possibly imagine those two getting along. Still, he's probably better off than Miss Nico's. I don't care what his transcripts say. That Jean fellow is not ready for this level of combat. I guess we'll find out soon enough. At their current pace, they should reach the temple within just a few minutes. Speaking of which, what did you use as relics this year? Professor Ozpin?
It's definitely this way. I mean, this way. It's definitely this way. All right, it's official. We passed it. Why can't you just admit that you have no idea where we're going? Because I know exactly where we're going. We're going to the Forest Temple. Ugh. Oh, stop it. You don't know where we are either. Well, at least I'm not pretending like I know everything. What is that supposed to mean? It means you're a big, stupid jerk and I hate you. Just keep moving. Oh, just keep moving. Hurry up. Wow, watch where you're going. Why are you so bossy? I'm not bossy. Don't say things like that. Stop treating me like a kid. Stop acting like a kid. Well, stop acting like you're perfect. I'm not perfect. Not yet. But I'm still leagues better than you. You don't even know me.
Think this is it? Chess pieces? Some of them are missing. Looks like we weren't the first ones here. Well, I guess we should pick one.
Think this is it?
I'm not sure this is it.
Pyrrha, I made the torch. Could you at least humor me for maybe 5 more feet?
Do you feel that?
Soul-crushing regret.
No, it's warm.
How about a cute little pony? Sure. That wasn't too hard. Well, it's not like this place is very difficult to find.
That's the relic!
Nah. Nah.
Hey! Bad relic. Gotcha!
What is this, a Finding Nemo moment? I wonder if that's where he got that idea from, Finding Nemo.
Blake, did you hear that?
Mira! This is not the relic! It's not! Do something!
John, whatever you do, don't let... Go.
Blake, did you hear that? What should we do?
So that was the end of episode 7. Gotta love John. His comedic aspect of the story. Let's go ahead and get into episode 8.
Ruby! I told you this was a terrible idea! We're fine! Stop worrying! I am so far beyond worrying! In a good way? In a bad way! In a very bad way! Well, why don't we just jump? What are you, insane? Oh, you insufferable little red!
Blake, did you hear that? What should we do?
Nice.
What was that?
Hey, Ruby.
Did your sister just fall from the sky?
Aw, it's broken. Ew.
Nora? Please. Don't ever do that again.
I like Nora. Yeah.
I'm queen of the castle. I'm queen of the castle.
Nora!
Coming, Ren.
Did that girl just ride in on an Ursa?
John! Pyrrha!
Whoa!
Ruby!
Ruby?
Yang! Nora!
Nora!
Did she just run all the way here with a Deathstalker on her tail?
I can't take it anymore! Could everyone just chill out for 2 seconds before something crazy happens again?
Yang? How could you leave me? I said jump.
She's gonna fall.
She'll be fine.
She's falling.
Oh no.
Yeah. Just dropping in.
So corny.
Oh, God.
So corny, it's hilarious.
My hero.
My back.
Great, the gang's all here. Now we can die together.
Not if I can help it.
Yeah! Ruby, wait!
Don't worry. Totally fine.
Ruby! Ruby, get out of there!
I'm trying.
Ruby!
You are so childish.
Wise?
And dim-witted, and hyperactive, and don't even get me started on your fighting style. And I suppose I can be a bit difficult, but if we're going to do this, we're going to have to do this together. So if you quit trying to show off, I'll be nicer.
I'm not trying to show off.
She finally started
I
to open
want
up a
you
little
to know
bit.
I can do this.
You're fine.
Normal knees. Whoa.
So happy you're okay.
Guys, that thing's circling back. What are we gonna do?
Look, there's no sense in dilly-dallying. Our objective is right in front of us.
She's right. Our mission is to grab an artifact and make it back to the cliffs. There's no point in fighting these things.
Run and live. That is an idea I can get behind.
Time we left.
Right. Let's go. What is it?
Nothing.
Why am I getting Final Fantasy vibes? Getting some serious Final Fantasy vibes.
Well, that's great.
Oh man, run!
Nora, distracted.
Man, we gotta get over there. They need help.
Let's do this.
Yeah, but I can't make that jump. Whoa! Oh wait! No!
Nice.
It's tougher than it looks. Then let's hit it with everything we got.
move. Pyrrha!
Done.
Nora, nailed it!
Heads up!
Nice music. God, this is a great episode. Nice.
Of course you would come up with this idea.
Think you can make the shot?
Can I?
Can
Of course I can!
Nice! That was sick! Talk about teamwork. That is how you do it right there.
Wow.
Well, that was a thing.
Russell Thrush, Arden Winchester, Dove Bronzewing, Sky Lark. The four of you retrieved the Black Bishop pieces. From this day forward, you will work together as Team Cardinal, led by Carden Winchester. Jean Arc, Lai Ren, Pyrrha Nikos, Nora Valkyrie. The four of you retrieve the White Rook pieces. From this day forward, you will work together as Team Juniper.
Juniper.
Led by Sean Arc.
Huh? Led by?
Congratulations, young man.
Whoa!
And finally, Blake Belladonna, Ruby Rose, Weiss Schnee, and Yang Xiao Long. The four of you retrieve the White Knight pieces. From this day forward, you will work together as Team Ruby.
There we go.
Led by Ruby Rose.
I'm so proud of you!
It looks like things are shaping up to be an interesting year.
Open it. We're gonna need more men.
Okay, so that was the end of episode 8, and that was by far the best episode that I've seen so far. The character development, story, comedic aspect, the action, just all of them working together in sequence, that the fight scenes, the music in the background, wow, it all, gosh, loved it. I don't have words to describe how much I love that episode. That is fantastic. That was an episode. That's how you make an episode right there. Holy crap. It's stuff like this. All it takes is, oh man, I felt like I was about to fall in my chair. It only takes one episode, like one legit episode. And any of those anime fans out there will know exactly what I'm talking about. That one episode that just gets you really riled up. Like it, man, great. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get into episode 9, but first I'm going to grab something to drink and maybe something to eat, and then we'll be back into this. Alright, we are back. I got some grape drink mix in a bottle, and yeah, got some chips. And we can go ahead and get into this some more. Let's see them top episode 8, which they probably will. But yeah, we'll see. Honey mustard Pringles, really strange, but for some reason I didn't think I'd like them, but I do.
Good morning, Team RWBY! What in the world is wrong with you? Now that you're awake, we can officially begin our first order of business. Excuse me?
Decorating!
What?
We still have to unpack. And clean.
All right! Weiss, Blake, Yang, and their fearless leader, Ruby, have begun their first mission. Bonsai!
Bonsai!
Woo! Ninjas of Love.
This isn't going to work.
It is a bit cramped. Maybe we should ditch some of our stuff.
Or we could ditch the beds and replace them with bunk beds. That sounds incredibly dangerous.
And super awesome! It does seem efficient.
Well, we should put it to a vote. I think we just did. Objective complete. All right. Our second order of business is classes. Now, we have a few classes together today. At 9, we've got a... What? Did you say 9 o'clock? It's 8:55, you dunce. To class.
Class? We're gonna be late!
Monsters! Demons! Prowlers of the night! Yes, the creatures of Grimm have many names, but I merely refer to them as prey. Ha ha! Ha ha! And you shall too upon graduating from this prestigious academy. Now, as I was saying, Vale, as well as the other 3 kingdoms, are safe havens in an otherwise treacherous world. Our planet is absolutely teeming with creatures that would love nothing more than to tear you to pieces. And that's where we come in. Huntsmen, huntresses, individuals who have sworn to protect those who cannot protect themselves. From what you ask? Why, the very world.
Hey, yeah.
That is what you are training to become. But first, a story. A tale of a young handsome man.
It's not about you, is it? Ah, of course.
Despite smelling of cabbages, my grandfather was a wise man. Peter, he told me. In the end, the Beowulf was no match for my sheer tenacity, and I returned to my village with the beast in captivity and my head held high, celebrated as a hero. The moral of this story? A true huntsman must be honorable. A true huntsman must be dependable. A true huntsman must be strategic, well-educated, and wise. So, who among you believes themselves to be the embodiment of these traits?
I do, sir.
Well then, let's find out. Step forward and face your opponent.
So that was the end of episode 9. Another good episode. Looks like the tension between Weiss and RWBY are going to continue for a while. Good times. Alright, let's go ahead and get into episode 10.
Go Weiss! Fight well! Yeah, represent Team RWBY! RWBY, I'm trying to focus. Oh, sorry.
All right, let the match begin! Haha! Wasn't expecting that, were you?
Hang in there, Weiss!
Bold new approach. I like it.
Come on, Weiss, show it who's boss!
Ho ho! Now what will you do without your weapon?
Weiss, go for its belly! There's no armor underneath! Stop telling me what to do!
Bravo! Bravo! It appears we are indeed in the presence of a true huntress in training. I'm afraid that's all the time we have for today. Be sure to cover the assigned readings, and stay vigilant. Class dismissed.
Sheesh, what's with her?
Weiss! What? What's wrong with you? Why are you being— What's wrong with me? What's wrong with you? You're supposed to be a leader, and all you've been so far is a nuisance. What did I do? That's just it! You've done nothing to earn your position. Back in the forest, you acted like a child, and you've only continued to do so. Weiss, where is this coming from? What happened to all the talk about working together? I thought you believed in acting as a team. Not a team led by you. I've studied and trained, and quite frankly, I deserve better. Ozpin made a mistake.
She wants to be the leader. Yeah.
Now that didn't seem to go very well.
Is she right? Did you make a mistake?
That remains to be seen.
Professor Port!
Ah, Miss Shani! And to what do I owe this fine pleasure?
I enjoyed your lecture.
Of course you did, child. You have the blood of a true huntress in you.
You really think so?
Most surely. Something's troubling you.
Yes, sir.
Dear girl, confess to me your strife.
Well, I think I should have been the leader of Team RWBY.
That's preposterous.
What do you mean?
I mean, it's only been one day. RWBY, I've made more mistakes than any man, woman, and child on this planet. But at this moment, I would not consider your appointment to leader to be one of them. Do you?
Excuse me?
I've believed in Professor Osmond for many years, and the man's never once led me astray.
So you would just blindly accept his decision, even after seeing how exceptional I am?
With all due respect, your exceptional skill on the battlefield is matched only by your poor attitude.
How dare you?
My point exactly.
Yeah.
I see a girl before me who has spent her entire life getting exactly what she wanted.
That's not even remotely true. Well, not entirely true.
Being a team leader isn't just a title you carry into battle, but a badge you wear constantly. If you are not always performing at your absolute best, then what reason do you give others to follow you?
So the outcome did not fall in your favor. Do you really believe that acting in such a manner would cause those in power to reconsider their decision? So instead of fretting about what you don't have, savor what you do. Hone your skills, perfect every technique, and be not the best leader, but the best person you can be.
I wasn't expecting to actually teach something.
You have been burdened with a daunting responsibility, Ruby. I advise you take some time to think about how you will uphold it.
I was studying and then I fell asleep. I'm sorry.
How do you take your coffee?
I don't.
Answer the question.
Cream and 5 sugars.
Don't move. Here.
Thanks, Weiss.
Ruby, I think you have what it takes to be a good leader. Just know that I am going to be the best teammate you will ever have. Good luck studying. That's wrong, by the way. Hey, Ruby?
Uh-huh.
I always wanted bunk beds as a kid.
So that was the end of this episode. I'm gonna have to pay attention to Weiss. Like the stuck-up character for her, like that one's pretty common. But where she apologized just at the end right there, and told Ruby that she'd be a good leader. I want to believe that the character development for her didn't increase that quickly. Like, that's too much of a change, too much of a stretch for her character, in my opinion. I want to believe that she did that on purpose as, like, a lie. But I don't know. We'll just have to keep watching. I'll keep watching. I'll find out. But, yeah. You don't go from wanting to be the leader, even after the teacher telling her, what she's doing is basically wrong. She's been fed with the silver spoon her entire life. So... that part of her is not going to change instantaneously. I don't see that. So we'll see. I'm interested, so we'll see. On to episode 11.
This is the part where you lose.
Over my dead.
That's enough. Students, as you can see, Mr. Ark's aura has now dropped into the red. In a tournament-style duel, this would indicate that John is no longer fit for battle and that the official may call the match. Mr. Ark, it's been weeks now. Please try to refer to your scroll during combat. Gauging your aura will help you to decide when it is appropriate to attack or when it is better to move to a more defensive strategy. We wouldn't want you to be gobbled up by a Beowulf, now would we?
Speak for yourself.
Remember, everyone, the Vital Festival is only a few months away. It won't be long before students from the other kingdoms start arriving in Vale, so keep practicing. Those who choose to compete in the combat tournament will be representing all of Vale.
So, there we were, in the middle of the night.
It was day.
We were surrounded by Ursai.
There were Beowulfs.
Dozens of them!
2 of them.
But they were no match. And in the end, Ren and I took them down and made a boatload of Lien selling Ursa's skin rugs.
She's been having this recurring dream for
I think
nearly
she's starting
a
to
month.
become my favorite.
John, are you okay?
Huh? Oh, yeah.
She's just
Why?
got that carefree attitude.
You seem a little not okay.
Guys, I'm fine. Seriously. Look.
Jean, Cardin has been picking on you since the first week of school.
Who? Cardin Winchester? Ah, he just likes to mess around, you know? Practical jokes.
He's a bully.
Oh, please. Name one time he's bullied me. No, come on! Huh? Ah. Come on!
Each of you will be assigned one rocket-propelled locker to store your weapons and extra armor. Additionally, your locker can be sent to a custom location based on a 6-digit code.
What? No, wait, get me out of here. Please, no. Oh, come on! I didn't land far from the school.
Jean, you know if you ever need help, you can just ask.
We'll break his legs!
Guys, really, it's fine. Besides, it's not like he's only a jerk to me. He's a jerk to everyone.
Ow, that hurts!
Please stop.
I told you it was real.
What a freak.
Atrocious. I can't stand people like him.
Nope.
He's not the only one. It must be hard to be a Faunus.
Listen, yes, prior to the Faunus Rights Revolution, more popular known as the Faunus War, humankind was quite adamant about centralizing Faunus population in menagerie. Now, while this must feel like ancient history to many of you, it is imperative to remember that these are relatively recent events. Why, the repercussions of the uprising can still be seen to this day. Now,
Man, he's quick.
have any among you been subjugated or discriminated because of your Faunus heritage?
Oh.
Dreadful, simply dreadful. Remember, students, it is precisely this kind of ignorance that breeds violence.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just look at what happened to the White Fang. Now, which one of you young scholars can tell me what many theorists believe to be the turning point in the 3rd year of the war? Yes,
The battle at Fort Castle?
precisely. And who can tell me the advantage the Faunus had over General Lagoon's forces?
Hey!
Mr. Art, finally contributing to class. This is excellent, excellent. What is the answer?
The answer... The advantage, the Faunus had over that guy's stuff. Binoculars!
Very funny, Mr. Ark. Cotton, perhaps you would care to share your thoughts on the subject.
Well, I know it's a lot easier to train an animal than a soldier.
You're not the most open-minded of individuals, are you, Cardin?
What? You got a problem?
No, I have the answer. It's night vision. Many Faunus are known to have nearly perfect sight in the dark.
General Lagoon was inexperienced and made the mistake of trying to ambush the Faunus in their sleep. His massive army was outmatched, and the general was captured.
Perhaps if he'd paid attention in class, he wouldn't have been remembered as such a failure.
Mr. Winchester, please take your seat. You and Mr. Ark could both see me after class for additional readings.
Oh.
Now, moving on.
You go on ahead. I'll wait for Jean.
You two have been struggling in my class since day one. Now, I don't know if it's a lack of interest or just your stubborn nature, but whatever it is, it stops now. You've worked hard to gain entrance to the school, and we only accept the best of the best, so I expect you to act like it. History is important, gentlemen. If you can't learn from it, you're destined to repeat it. Pages 51 to 91.
I like
want
that.
an essay on my desk by next class. Now, run along.
You know, I really will break his legs. I have an idea. Here, come with me.
Pyrrha, I know I'm going through a hard time right now, but I'm not that depressed. I can always be a farmer or something.
No! That's not why I brought you up here. Jean, I know you're having a difficult time in class, and that you're still not the strongest of fighters, so I want to help you.
What?
We can train up here after class where no one can bother us.
You think I need help?
No, that's not what I meant.
But you just said it.
Jean, everybody needs a little push from time to time. It doesn't make you any different from the rest of us. You made it to Beacon. That speaks volumes of what you're capable of.
You're wrong. I don't belong here.
That's a terrible thing to say. Of course you do.
No, I don't. I wasn't really accepted into Beacon.
What do you mean?
I mean, I didn't go to combat school, I didn't pass any tests, I didn't earn my spot at this academy. I lied. I got my hands on some fake transcripts, and I lied.
What? But why?
Because this is what I've always wanted to be. My father, my grandfather, and his father before him were all warriors. They were all heroes. I wanted to be one too. I was just never good enough.
Then let me help you.
I don't want help. I don't want to be the damsel in distress. I want to be the hero.
Jean,
I'm tired of being the lovable idiot stuck in the tree while his friends fight for their lives. Don't you understand? If I can't do this on my own, then what good am I? Just leave me alone, okay?
If that's what you think is best.
I don't want this dude going the Sasuke route, okay? Come on now. We're not doing this by ourselves. We're...
Oh, Jean.
Cardin?
She just
I couldn't
offered to help
but
make him
overhear you two
stronger,
from my dorm
and he
room.
just threw it away.
So, you snuck into Beacon, huh? I gotta say, Jean,
Can't stand
I never
that.
expected you to be such a rebel.
Can't
Please,
do crap
Carter,
by
please
yourself. You
don't
need to
tell
do it in a
anyone.
group. It's
Jean,
more efficient.
come on. I'd never ratted a friend like that.
A friend?
Of course. We're friends now, Johnny boy. And the way I see it, as long as you're there for me when I need you, we'll be friends for a long time. That being said, I really don't have time to do those extra readings Dr. RWBY gave us today. Think you could take care of that for me, buddy? That's what I thought. Don't worry, Jean. Your secret's safe with me.
Well, that was the end of that episode. I enjoyed the teacher. He was pretty cool. I guess he was the history teacher from the way they were talking. This episode with John, I did not like that ending. I didn't like that at all. I understand, where he's coming from with his character. He feels that he's weak and he needs to become stronger on his own. But in order to gain strength in the first place, anything human beings do is learned by imitation. You learn by a copy of something else. He just got offered to get training from someone who is legitimately stronger than him, who actually wants to be there for him, and he just threw it away. He wants instantaneous power, instantaneous gratification. It's very childish. Which, I mean, they're growing up, so just watching the characters grow. I mean, that's the whole point. But I wasn't expecting that per se to come out of him. So, anyways, he'll get past it. They'll get back together. Blah blah blah. You know, that's how it goes. But I wasn't expecting that for him. Exactly. The weak route, yeah, but not this. So, anyways, on to episode 13.
How come Jean gets home so late?
He's become rather scarce ever since he's been fraternizing with Card.
That's weird. Doesn't he know we have a field trip tomorrow? We need our rest!
I'm sure our leader knows exactly what he's doing.
I guess so. Hey, Jean! Long time no see. Did you lock yourself out again?
Oh, nope. Got it.
So, where have you been lately?
I messed up. I did something I shouldn't have, and now Cardin's got me on a leash, and Hero won't even talk to me. I'm starting to think coming to this school was a bad idea. I'm a failure.
Nope.
Nope?
Nope. You're a leader now, Jean. You're not allowed to be a failure.
But what if I'm a failure at being a leader?
Nope.
You know, you're not the easiest person to talk to about this kind of stuff.
Nope. Jean, maybe you were a failure when you were a kid. You might have even been a failure the first day we met. But you can't be one now. You know why?
Because...
Because it's not just about you anymore. You've got a team now, Jean. We both do. And if we fail, then we'll just be bringing them down with us. We have to put our teammates first and ourselves second. Your team deserves a great leader, Jean. And I think that can be you. Have a good night, Jean.
Hey, it's your buddy Cardin. I know you're probably busy with that dust project I gave you, but I'm gonna need you to go out and get me a bag of rapier wasps. And make sure they've got some really big stingers. It's important, so don't screw this up.
Yes, students, the Forest of Forever Fall is indeed beautiful, but we are not here to sightsee. Professor Peach has asked all of you to collect samples from the trees deep inside this forest, and I'm here to make sure that none of you die while doing so. Each of you is to gather 1 jar's worth of red sap. However, this forest is full of the creatures of Grimm, so be sure to stay by your teammates. We will rendezvous back here at 4 o'clock. Have fun!
Come on, buddy. Let's go. Hey, great work, Johnny boy. Now that wasn't too hard, was it?
I think I'm allergic to this stuff.
Great. So, Jean, I bet you're asking yourself, why did my buddy Cardin ask me to collect 6 jars of tree sap when there's only 5 of us?
That is one of the many questions I have asked myself today, yes?
Well, come with me and you'll find out.
Oh. Cardin, what's going on?
Payback.
Pyrrha? are you...
That's the girl. Red-haired, know-it-all, thinks she's so smart. All right, boys. Last night, old John here managed to round up an entire box full of rapier wasps. And now, we're gonna put him to work. Now, according to one of the essays you wrote from you last week, these nasty things love sweets. I'm thinking it's time we teach her a thing or two. And you're gonna do it.
Do what?
Hit her with the sap. Either that, or I'll have a chat with Goodwitch, and you'll be on the first airship out of Beacon.
John, you're one of my favorites. Don't you freaking dare.
No.
There we go.
What did you say?
I said no!
Oh, you've done it now.
So, that was the end of that episode. John redeemed himself a little bit. That's good. Good. So, let's go ahead and get into episode 14.
You know that wasn't very smart, Johnny boy. I'm gonna make sure they send you back to Mommy in teeny tiny pieces.
I don't care what you do to me, but you are not messing with my team.
What? You think talk like that makes
There
you
you
tough?
go.
You think you're a big, strong man now? Ah! Ah!
Huh?
Let's see how much of a man you really are.
That's a big Ursa!
Did you guys hear that?
Ursa! Ursa!
What? Where?
Back there! It's got carded!
John!
Yang, you and Blake, go get Professor Goodwitch.
You two, go with them. There could be more.
Crap!
Oh no.
There you go.
Wait.
What?
How did you...
Well, Ruby has her speed. You have your glyphs. My semblance is polarity.
Oh, you can control poles. No, you dunce. It means she has control over magnetism.
Magnets are cool too.
Control.
Wait, where are you going?
Yeah, we gotta tell them what happened.
Magnets are
could.
cool too.
Or perhaps we could just keep it our little secret.
Holy crap, John?
Don't ever mess with my team, my friends, ever again. Got it?
Typical story ending for that. Yep.
No Cardin tonight? I thought you two were best
Not too
buds.
far off from some Final Fantasy ending music that I've heard before.
I'm sorry. I was a jerk. You were only trying to be nice, and I had all this stupid macho stuff in my head.
John, it's okay. Your team really misses their leader, you know. You
Sounds
should
like
come
something
down.
I've heard from Final Fantasy X.
Red-made pancakes.
Actually.
No syrup, though. You can thank Nora for that.
Wait!
Or at least similar.
I know I don't deserve it after all that happened, but would you still be willing to help me? To help me become a better fighter? Hey!
Your stance is all wrong. You need to be wider and lower to the ground. Let's try that again.
Alright, so that was the end for that episode. So John came back around, to be expected for that. So, yeah, all well that ends well. You can control pulls? That's cool. Oh man, okay, episode 15.
The Vital Festival! Oh, this is absolutely wonderful!
I don't think I've ever seen you smile this much, Weiss. It's kind of weirding me out.
How could you not smile? A festival dedicated to the cultures of the world! There will be dances, parades, a tournament! Oh, the amount of planning and organization that goes into this event is simply breathtaking!
You really know how to take a good thing and make it sound boring.
Quiet, you!
Remind me again why we're spending our Friday afternoon visiting the stupid docks.
Oh, they smell like fish.
I've heard that students visiting from Vacua will be arriving by ship today. And as a representative of Beacon, I feel as though it is my solemn duty to welcome them to this fine kingdom.
She wants to spy on them so she'll have the upper hand in the tournament.
You can't prove that.
Whoa.
What happened here?
Robbery. Second dust shop to be hit this week. This place is turning into a jungle.
Ugh, that's terrible.
They left all the money again.
Huh?
Yeah, it just doesn't make a lick of sense. Who needs that much dust?
I don't know. An army?
You thinking the, White Fang?
Yeah, I'm thinking we don't get paid enough.
The White Fang. What an awful bunch of degenerates.
What's your problem?
My problem? I simply don't care for the criminally insane.
The White Fang is hardly a bunch of psychopaths. They're a collection of misguided faunists.
Misguided? They want to wipe humanity off the face of the planet.
So then they're very misguided. Either way, it doesn't explain why they would rob a dust shop in the middle of downtown Vale.
Blake's got a point. Besides, the police never caught that Torchwick guy I ran into a few months ago. Maybe it was him?
That still doesn't change the fact that the White Fang are a bunch of scum. Those faunists only know how to lie, cheat, and steal.
That's not necessarily true.
Hey, stop that faunus!
Thanks for the ride, guys! You no good stowaway. Hey, a no good stowaway would have been caught. I'm a great stowaway.
Hey, get down from there this instant.
You wanted to see the competition, and there it goes.
Quick! We have to observe him! No! He got away!
Weiss?
Salutations!
Hello.
Are you okay?
I'm wonderful. Thank you for asking.
Do you want to get up?
Yes. My name is Penny. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Hi, Penny. I'm Ruby.
I'm Weiss.
Blake, are you sure you didn't hit your head? Oh, I'm Yang.
It's a pleasure to meet you. You already said that. So I did. Well, sorry for running into you. Take care, friend.
She was weird.
Now, where did that Faunus riffraff run off to? What did you call me?
Oh, I'm really sorry. I definitely didn't think you heard me.
No, not you. You?
Me? I don't know.
You called me friend. Am I really your friend?
What in the world?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Sensational! We can paint our nails and try on clothes and talk about cute boys.
Oh, is this what it was like when you met me?
No, she seems far more coordinated.
So, what are you doing in Vale?
I'm here to fight in the tournament.
Wait, you're fighting in the tournament?
I'm combat ready.
Forgive me, but you hardly look the part, says the girl wearing a dress.
It's a combat skirt. Yeah.
Wait a minute. If you're here for the tournament, does that mean you know that monkey-tailed rapscallion?
The who?
The filthy faunus from the boat!
Why do you keep saying that?
Huh?
Stop calling him a rapscallion. Stop calling him a degenerate. He's a person.
Oh, I'm sorry. Would you like me to stop referring to the trash can as a trash can? Or this lamppost as a lamppost? Stop it! Stop what? He clearly broke the law. Give him time. He'll probably join up with those other faunus in the White Fang.
Ugh, you ignorant little rat!
How dare you talk to me like that? I am your teammate.
You are a judgmental little girl.
What in the world makes you say that?
The mere fact
I
that you
think
would
we should
sort that
probably
honest boy with
go.
the terrorist group?
Where are we
solely
going?
based on his species makes you just as much of a scoundrel as you believe him to be.
So you admit it. The White Fang is just a radical group of terrorists.
That's not what I meant, and you know it.
I don't understand why this is causing such a problem.
That is the problem.
You realize you're defending an organization that hates humanity, don't you? The faunus of the White Fang are pure evil.
There's no such thing as pure evil. Why do you think they hate humanity so much? It's because of people like Cardin, people like you, that force the White Fang to take such drastic measures.
People like me?
You're discriminatory.
I'm a victim. You want to know why I despise the White Fang? Why I don't particularly trust the faunus? It's because they've been at war with my family for years. War as an actual bloodshed. My grandfather's company has had a target painted across its back for as long as I can remember. And ever since I was a child, I've watched family friends disappear. Board members executed. An entire train car full of dust.
All right, it
stolen.
makes more sense now. Okay.
And every day, my father would come home furious. And that made for a very difficult childhood.
Weiss,
No! You want to know why I despise the White Fang? It's because they're a bunch of liars, thieves, and murderers!
Well, maybe we were just tired of being pushed around.
Wait! Wait! Come back!
No surprise there. Oh, she was hiding
I
it.
knew you would look better without the bow.
Alright.
Oh. She's been gone all weekend.
Blake's a big girl. I'm sure she can handle herself.
Weiss, come on. She's one of our teammates.
Is she? We all heard what she said.
Weiss. Maybe she is, maybe she isn't. Either way, she's missing, and we need to find her.
A member of the White Fang, right underneath our noses.
I just hope she's okay.
So, you want to know more about me?
That was the end of this episode. It was interesting to see the conflict between Weiss and Blake. I was a little frustrated with Weiss there for a minute with her discriminatory outlook. But it makes a lot more sense now with the whole conflict with her dad's company and the war with the White Tiger and everything. So I understand that more now. I also completely understand Blake's side with being a part of that group as well. So that was pretty neat to see. Anyways, let's go ahead and get on to the finale, it looks like, for this volume. So, yeah.
Finally, she speaks. Nearly 2 days and you're giving me nothing but small talk and weird looks. Yeah, like that.
Son, are you familiar with the White Fang?
Of course. I don't think there's a faunus on the planet who hasn't heard of them. Stupid, holier-than-thou creeps that use force to get whatever they want. Bunch of freaks, if you ask me.
I was once a member of the White Fang.
Wait a minute, you were a member of the White Fang?
That's right. I was a member for most of my life, actually. You could almost say I was born into it. Back then, things were different. In the ashes of war, the White Fang was meant to be a symbol of peace and unity between humans and the faunus. Of course, despite being promised equality, the faunus were subjected to discrimination and hate. Humanity still thought of us as lesser beings, and so the White Fang rose up as a voice of our people. And I was there. I was at the front of every rally. I took part in every boycott, and I actually thought we were making a difference. But I was just a youthful optimist. Then, 5 years ago, our leader stepped down, and a new one took his place. A new leader with a new way of thinking. Suddenly, our peaceful protests were being replaced with organized attacks. We were setting fire to shops that refused to serve us, hijacking cargo from companies that used faunus labor. And the worst part was, it was working. We were being treated like equals, but not out of respect, out of fear. So, I left. I decided I no longer wanted to use my skills to aid in their violence, and instead, I would dedicate my life to becoming a huntress. So here I am, a criminal hiding in plain view, all with the help of a little black bow.
So, have you told your friends any of this?
Blake!
Blake! Where are you?
Blake! Weiss, they're not helping.
Oh, you know who might be able to help? The police.
Ugh, Weiss.
It was just an idea.
Yeah, bad one.
Weiss, I think we should hear her side of the story before we jump to any conclusions.
I think when we hear it, you'll all realize I was right.
And I think Weiss's hair looks wonderful today. Ah, Penny, where did you come from? Hey, guys, what are you up to?
We're looking for our friend Blake.
Oh, you mean the faunus girl.
Wait, how did you know that?
The cat ears?
What cat ears? She wears a bow.
She does like tuna a lot.
So, where is
She does
she?
like tuna
We
a
don't
lot.
know. She's been missing since Friday.
That's terrible. Well, don't you worry, Ruby, my friend. I won't rest until we find your teammate.
That's really nice of you, Penny. But we're okay.
Is Penny a robot?
Right, guys?
Her character is just strange. Or is she just an outcast
windy
on her
today.
social skills?
So, what's the plan now?
I still don't believe the White Fang is behind these robberies. They've never needed that much dust before.
What if they did? I mean, the only way to prove that they didn't do it is to go to the place where they would most likely go to if they were to do it and not find them there, right?
The only thing is, I have no idea where that would be.
Well, while I was on the ship, I heard some guys talking about offloading a huge shipment of dust coming in from Atlas.
How huge?
Huge. Big Shinny Company freighter.
You're sure?
Thanks anyways. This is hopeless. You really don't care if we find her, do you?
Don't be stupid. Of course I do. I'm just afraid of what she'll say when we find her. The innocent never run, Yang. So, Blake is your friend?
Yes, Penny.
But you're mad at her?
Yes. Well, I'm not. Weiss is.
Is she friends with Blake?
Well, that's kind of up in the air right now.
But why?
Well, you see, Blake might not be who we thought she was.
Is she a man?
No, Penny, she's not. I don't know what she is. She didn't exactly talk to us before she decided to run off.
I don't have a lot of friends. But if I did, I would want them to talk to me about things.
Me too.
Did I miss anything?
Not really. They've offloaded all the crates from the boat. Now they're just sitting there.
Cool. I stole you some food.
Do you always break the law without a second thought?
Hey, weren't you in a cult or something? Okay, too soon.
Oh no.
Is that them?
Yes. It's them.
All right, grab the tow cables.
You really didn't think they were behind it, did you?
No. I think deep down I knew. I just didn't want to be right.
Hey! What's the holdup? We're not exactly the most inconspicuous bunch of thieves at the moment, so why don't you animals try to pick up the pace?
This isn't right. The White Fang would never work with a human. Especially not one like that.
Hey, what are you doing?
No, you idiot! This isn't a leash? What the? Oh, for
Nobody move!
Whoa! Take it easy there, little lady.
Brothers of the White Fang, why are you aiding this scum?
Oh, kid, didn't you get the memo?
What are you talking about?
The White Fang and I are going in on a joint business venture together.
Tell me what it is, or I'll put an end to your little operation.
I wouldn't exactly call it a little operation.
Oh no.
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
Leave her alone.
You are not the brightest banana in the bunch, are you, kid?
Nice.
Hey!
Oh, hello, Red. Isn't it past your bedtime?
Ruby, are these people your friends?
Penny, get back!
Watch her be some badass or something.
Don't worry, Ruby.
I'm combat ready.
Oh, is she actually like an android? A robot? Same thing? Yep. 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 That was cool.
Whoa, how is she doing that?
These kids just keep getting weirder.
Look, Weiss, it's not what you think. She explained the whole thing. You see, she doesn't actually wear a bow. She has kitty ears, and they're actually kind of cute.
Weiss, I want you to know that I'm no longer associated with the White Fang. Back when I was with...
Stop. Do you have any idea of how long we've been searching for you? 12 hours. That means I've had 12 hours to think about this. And in that 12 hours, I've decided... I don't care.
You don't care?
You said you're not one of them anymore, right?
No, I haven't been since I was younger.
I don't want to hear it. All I want to know is that the next time something this big comes up, you'll come to your teammates and not someone else.
Of course.
Huh.
Yeah, Team Ruby is back together!
I'm still not quite sure how I feel about you.
Hey, wait a minute. Where's Penny?
You should know better than to go running around in a strange city.
I know, sir.
Penny, your time will come.
Can't wait to see more Penny. I'm interested in her backstory now.
How very disappointing, Roman.
Whoa! Wasn't expecting to see you guys so soon.
We were expecting more from you.
Hey, you were the ones who suggested working with those stupid mutts from the White Fang.
And you will continue to do so. We have big plans for you, Roman. All we ask is a little cooperation.
She looks awesome still. So that was the volume finale for season 1 of RWBY. That was one of the best stories that I've seen in a long time. This was really well done. My most surprising thing for this series so far is the voice actors. I have not seen English dub voice actors this well done in a very long time. So bravo, like 100% A+, good job on actually focusing on the voices. It's such a rarity to see for English dubs these days because usually the Japanese just dominate that market. And I mean, it you know, when it comes to Japanese anime, I mean, that makes sense. because their voice actors are usually professionally trained. And that's not something that we see on the English side of the route for that. So this was on the level of Full Metal Alchemist for me for the English dub. It was on par with that, maybe even better. For it to be on par with what I consider the range on what the Japanese are capable of doing with their voice actors, it was on par. So good job. Really, really good job on that. I can't wait and hope to see more like English voice actors to pick up on this. Like, we really need to focus on our voice actors. It's not something that you see like being a big thing here in America, and it really is. If we're going to start really diving into anime more, our voice actors need like to be top notch. And these guys did really good, so I was super impressed. When it comes to the story, oh my gosh, oh wow, the writing is so good. I had one con, and I'll get into the con in a minute, but overall, like, it was really well written. Like, they're very clever. The comedy is just gold. Some of it's corny, but it's done in such a good way. It's so well written. Super impressed. Let's see. My favorite character so far, which I did not expect, because I did not see this character coming, was Nora. Because I have her pulled up. I have the groups pulled up right here, or at least the two that I care about at the moment. Nora ended up being my favorite character so far. Did not see her. She just came out of nowhere. She is so passive and happy and just wanting to talk and just ditzy, and she's strong too, without a doubt. So far, my favorite character. Did not see her coming. Love her to death. Literally love her character. She really, like, she made me grin and laugh every time I saw her on screen. So that's rare. Like, I not only for the writing for her, the voice actor for her, perfect. Okay. Let's see. The animation and the music. The animation is a very particular style. When you get into this 3D style animation, it's a love-hate relationship. I think they did very well for how this is designed, because there are some anime that were and have been ruined by 3D animation, and some of you guys know exactly what I'm talking about on that too. Like, it can be a name changer. It could break an anime, even with good story. Like, the animation can break it for some people. I think this was really well done. I have no issues or qualms with the anime. As I said previously, earlier on, I kind of see this as like a game and an anime combined into one with how the 3D animation is set up for this. It's not bad in any way. Everything's synced up. The characters look good. Now, it could be better, and it will get better over time, I'm assuming, because they get more production value as, time goes on as well. But overall, I had no complaints with it. I thought it was good. The music, I'm interested to see how much further they're going to dive into the music and the intros and outros and stuff too. The music so far, just from the couple of songs that I've got to hear so far, have been fantastic. And, I can't help but give nothing but praise to especially people that focus on music, because that's usually something that either it's 100% gets focused on or it gets skipped, and it obviously got focused on, because I could have this soundtrack and just listen to it while I'm working out because it's good. It's fantastic. Okay. My one con, and keep in mind, this is a con to me specifically. It might not be a con to you. And, it's my own opinion. I had one issue, and my issue is Weiss. Now, her character fits perfectly in the story. She's a character type that you will commonly see in an anime. She's pretty generic, and she's, it's a love-hate relationship. She adds to the story. She adds depth to the story. She adds conflict to the story. She adds resolution to the story eventually. So, it's a character that it's nice to see that person grow from being, stuck up, you know, being sheltered and stuck up and getting their way to being this person that ends up, you know, changing to being a decent person by the end. And that's what we're going to see with Weiss. That's the character she's going to end up becoming. She'll end up becoming a decent person by the end, but she's a little stuck up at the start. Okay. My only complaint with Weiss, and the reason I consider it a con, for me anyways, is that at the point where she is wanting to be the leader of the group and she goes to the teacher and says, hey, you know, I want that. I deserve that. Do you see how good I am? Okay. You see how stuck up she is right there. You see how sheltered she is right there to getting her way. Okay. My problem was, as soon as that whole situation was over, she goes straight to RWBY and she completely bows to her and says she's sorry just by hearing what the teacher says. But there's no internal monologue. We don't get to see her inner thoughts. We don't get to see her fight over her ideology on how she was raised. That doesn't change overnight. That doesn't just happen. You don't just change that quickly. That's something where even in anime, that could take a season. That could take a couple more seasons than that. We've seen it. You've seen it. Okay? That's not something that I'm used to seeing happen just that quickly. That's why, even back then, if you saw, I was questioning it. I was like, what? That doesn't make sense. How does she go from being this, you know, stuck up to just being completely passive aggressive and just completely being okay with it at the end just because their teacher said so? I was like, I just don't see that. That goes against the definition of what she's been created as for me. There was not enough internal struggle going on for we didn't get to see the internal struggle, and it happened too quickly. That some people wouldn't consider that a con. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just not used to the character development going that quickly, because in traditional anime, that's something that takes time. You don't see that resolution happening that quickly. So that might just be a con for me. What leads me into the extended con for her is that she did it again with Blake. Okay, when Blake and her, let me pull up. Let's see, I had a thing pulled up for her for the White Fang. Yeah, the White Fang. With her and Blake over the White Fang, you see this internal struggle between Weiss and Blake. Okay, we get to finally hear a little bit of backstory on Weiss involving her family and the White Tiger attacking them, the bloodshed behind that. We understand the internal struggle of her and why she has such discrimination towards the White Fang and their people. Okay, makes sense. Okay, I got that down. And then we hear the backstory on Blake, how she is pulled into this group from a very young age. And when the group starts out, they start out as this group that wants to be peace. They want peace between the two. And that's fun and great, but, you know, as time progresses, someone else takes over, and that turns into bloodshed, hate, and fear. And she ends up realizing what the White Fang turns into, and Blake ends up leaving. Okay, completely understand that route too. All right. My problem with this, with Weiss again, is that after they meet up at the end of the episode, Weiss goes from being this stuck up, just stuck in her own world, but she has her own backstory for it, so I let that go. She has her own struggle, her own thing that she went through, which I would like to see more into. Hopefully we can see that more in the future as well. She goes from that to going up straight to Blake at the end and just goes, you know what, I thought about it for 10 hours. We're cool. And that's it. That's it. That's all we get to see. Like, that's it. She has been bred from beginning to end as just this basically princess type that, you know, I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated. You see? I'm frustrated over this. You see where I'm going with it though, right? There's no internal, we don't get to see the inner workings that is Weiss. We don't get to see her actually change. She just accepts it. And that's it. And that's okay. And for most people that would be okay. But for me, that stuck upness, like, I want to see the change. I want to see the internal struggle of her. The other characters are really like well defined, and they're all got these really good personalities, and they all work. Weiss is the struggle. She's the conflict. She's the one that's going to cause the internal struggle between the group for the most part. Okay. I mean, we saw it a little bit with the others as well, but Weiss tends to be the monarch for that. She tends to be the top of the list. And I want to see more internal struggle with her and her conflicts and her changing. I just think it's happens too quick with her. But that's just, again, my opinion. You guys might think differently, and that's okay if you do. I accept your opinions wholesomely. Apologies for going in such deep detail on Weiss. She's by far not my favorite character, but she goes really well with the story. So that's that. Yeah, but overall, like, it's really hard not to give this show a 10 out of 10, like, just based on everything. I guess a 9.5, because I do have my own internal struggle on character development. But for the most part, everything was like top notch. So yeah, I'll recognize that as a 9.5. I'll give this first season a 9.5 out of 10. And that's really high for me. So yeah. Anyways, rate, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys thought. Be prepared for Volume 2. I'll have that up eventually. But yeah, have a good day. Peace.